The market is nothing but it is a place where the buyers and the sellers come together in order to do some transaction, that is exchange of goods and services. If you want to call it as a market, then there should be a product or a commodity where the buyers and sellers will sell and buy the product. So when there is a market, you know whether there is a demand or not, and accordingly if there is a demand, you can easily produce lot of goods according to the demand. So this is possible only when there is a market. Hi and hello to everyone. Hi, George William A, Commerce Faculty, Department of Commerce, Vidyashram First Grade College, Mysuru at Temple of Excellence invites you for the session 1 of Principles of Marketing. My dear students, in the last class, I was explaining about the syllabus part and all the introduction class it was. Today, we shall take up the first unit, and under that, we'll take up the meaning and definition of a market. Then coming towards meaning and definition of market, the concept of market, then the essentials of a market, the need for a market. So like this, we are going to take up the class for today. Let us understand the meaning of market. What do you mean by market? A market is nothing but the term market is derived from the Latin word marketus. Latin word marketus. So the word market came from the Latin word marketus, which means to trade, or to merchandise. So students, it says the market is nothing but it is a place where the buyers and the sellers come together in order to do some transaction, that is exchange of goods and services for a consideration, that is in return for the value of the price of that particular product which has been bought and sold. So here you can see in the traditional sense, that is in the olden days, we used to call market as what? Means it is like a platform, a common place where both the buyers and the sellers used to come together, meet each other physically, and whatever the buyers want to buy, they used to buy it, and whatever the sellers has to sell, they used to sell it, and that is in exchange was taking place, and the ownership and transfer of ownership was taking place in consideration for the amount or the price of that particular product, right? But in the modern sense, it is totally changed. In modern sense, market is what? It has a broader meaning. Market sense, it has a broader meaning for the meaning or the concept of market. It says it refers to set of actual and potential buyers for the product or service. It means in broader sense, according to modern marketing view, it says it refers to the actual set of potential and buyers, that is actual and potential buyers for that particular product or the service. What do you mean by this actual and potential buyers for that particular product? It means now if I am very much happy with the fan, then I am going to go buy the particular product fan. If I am wanting to buy that particular cycle, then there is a market for the cycle. If I am wanting to buy a car, then my desire or the need for a car, that means there is a need for the particular car. So there is a market for a car, right? There is a market for that particular goods or commodities. That is the meaning. So you can see the example, the market for fans, then bicycles, electric bulbs, shampoos, all these constitute the examples for the market. Now students, coming to the definition of market. What is a market and how the market is being defined? See, it says a market is defined as a sum total of all the buyers and sellers. It is a sum total. That means taking everyone into consideration, all the buyers and all the sellers together, right? That is in the area or a region of that particular area or a region of where the buyers or the sellers are there, right? And that will be under consideration. That means they are going to get in return something. So it is the sum total of all the buyers and sellers and in the area or a region for an consideration. So when you exchange the products, goods or services, then you get something in return. That is the value of that particular price. and the person who purchases it, he will be getting the product, and the person who sells it, he will be getting the amount or the price for that particular product. So the area, what we said, it may cover the earth, or it may cover the countries, the regions, then it may be the cities, or it may be the states. So where the area or the region is covered, which is the area? The area may be, as I told you, it may be the earth, or it may be the countries, or it may be the cities, or it may be the towns, villages, etc. And here you can find the value, cost, as well as the price of the items are being traded as per the forces of supply and demand. As per the forces of supply and demand, accordingly, the value of the price, the cost of the price will be traded depending upon the demand and supply of that particular products. So if there is a good demand for that particular product, and accordingly if there is a supply, there is a good supply for that particular product, then you get that particular product without any problem, and thereby you can maintain the price. The price will not vary. There will be stability in the price. But if you think the other way, vice versa, there is demand but no supply. In that case, the price of the products, it shoots up. And there is also another case where there is no demand but supply is there. In that case, the cost of that particular product, that is the price of the particular product, will be less. So all this will be taken into consideration for the definition of a market. Now coming to the essentials of market. Students, if it has to be a market, if you want to call it as a market, there should be some essential points. Right? There should be some features for it, such as commodity which is dealt. If you want to call it as a market, then there should be a product or a commodity where the buyers and sellers will sell and buy the product. That is very, very important. Without a commodity or a product or a service, then there is no meaning for a market. Right? Secondly, existence of buyers and sellers. Existence of buyers and sellers means there is a product, but if there is no buyer and seller for that particular product, then it cannot be called as a market, or it cannot constitute as a market. So you need the sellers and the buyers for that particular market. Likewise, there should be a place, a common platform, a place where the buyers and sellers can come together, meet each other, and they can do the transactions, that is exchanging of goods and services. So if you want to call it as a market, that is, there should be a place for that exchanging purpose of goods and transactions. Then communication between buyers and sellers. So if you want to constitute or you want to call it as a market, then there should be a communication between the buyers and the sellers. It means the buyer will communicate to the seller that he wants that particular product. For example, it may be a pen, and the seller will also communicate in return. He will in return communicate and say yes, it is available or not. So taking this into consideration, both the buyers and sellers will come and meet each other in the market. Thereby, whatever they want, they are going to buy it from the buyer side, and whatever they have, they will be selling it from the seller side. So all these four important things where it says it constitutes a market, the essentials of a market. Now coming to the need for a market. Why you need market? Now there is essential, it's okay. So if you want to call it as a market, then there are the four important elements I told you. But why do you need market? Without market can't be buy the product. It says for exchange of goods and services, the essential necessity of that particular market is very much important. The importance or the need for a market is because you need to exchange your goods and services. If there is no market, where you are going to exchange the products, how we are going to exchange the products or the commodities, or how we are going to sell it. Secondly, for adjustment of demand and supply by price mechanism. So you need to adjust. If there is a market only, then you can easily adjust the price according to the demand and supply of that particular product. Because only when there is a market, we come to know who are the customers for that particular product, whether there is a demand for that particular product or not, then accordingly whether there is supply or not. And if there is supply according to demand, as I told you, then you can maintain the price stability. You can have that price stability all over the market. And if there is no demand for the product and there is supply, then automatically what happens? The product price will be less, and the other side where there is demand for the product is there, but there is no supply. In that case, the price rises, that is inflation takes place. So all these are very, very important aspects on part of the price mechanism, that is you have to need to adjust the demand and supply. Then third one is the improvement of quality of the service. Only when there is a market, you can find there is improvement in the quality of the service. That is nothing but that is society, we say. So improvement of the society, how you can improve the society by way of having markets, because when there is a market, what I want, I purchase it. Then whatever the luxurious goods I can purchase, I purchase it. Like me, there will be so many customers, so many consumers who will be wanting to buy the luxurious products, and thereby when they have that luxurious product in the houses, thereby the standard of living also will be high, and due to the standard of living of the people in the community or the society, the improvement of the society also will be applicable, or it will be there. Then for the introduction of new modes of life, so you can introduce the different kinds of products, you can find out, you can do some innovations, inventions, and bring out new kinds of products, and that will be traded in the market. And the last one is for higher production. So when there is a market, you know whether there is a demand or not, and accordingly, if there is a demand, you can easily produce lot of goods according to the demand. So this is possible only when there is a market. So because of market, you can have your production in a greater scale, or in a greater manner, or in larger manner. So these are the needs for the market. So dear students, these are the topics which I had covered to you today. I hope that you understood all the topics which I have covered. Please see that, recall your memory back after the class, sit down quietly and just recall for 5 to 10 minutes. You can easily access to what I explained to you in today's session. So hoping that you will be doing it, and also you have understood the topic of today's session. I would like to thank each and everyone for attending this class, as well as for participating in a interesting as well as in a very good manner. So thank you students. Take care. Have a nice day.